Welcome to Cell Guru, and today we have a very, very different show. We are celebrating things, we're doing reviews, and we are introducing something brand new as an operating system. So lots of things to do on the show, including the Realme 5S. Now, can you imagine what you can now finally get for 10,000 bucks? Can you imagine 5 cameras on a phone? They'll give it to you for under 10,000 rupees. 48 megapixel, 5000 mAh battery, Snapdragon processor. Realme क्या चल रहा है यार, मतलब कैसे कर रहे हो तुम लोग यार? Anyway, अच्छा है कि नहीं, that's exactly what we'll find out on the show. Then we'll celebrate 5 years of Vivo. Doesn't that sound strange? Doesn't it seem like Vivo's been around for a long time? But we'll actually have a celebration with them. We'll have a celebrity join us. So lots of excitement out there. I was thinking I'll keep it as a suspense, but I'm going to tell you right now. Aamir Khan joins us on the show, and then a brand new operating system. So all happening on the Cell Guru show.
We chat with Vivo on completing 5 years in India and find out about their growth story. We even speak to brand ambassador Aamir Khan on this. And continuing the celebrations, we go behind the scenes at a Vivo manufacturing unit in Noida and see how the phones are put together. Realme comes in with the 5S under 10,000. We review the phone to see if it's worth its mettle in this segment. And Oppo's much-awaited ColorOS 7 is here, and we take a detailed look at everything it brings to the table.
And we'll start off with this, the Realme 5S. Now, last week we showed you Realme's flagship phone. Really interesting, the X2 Pro. Taking on the OnePlus market, but this is where Realme dominates, the under 10,000 rupee and the fact that they want to shock the market. So this is what this phone has. A 48 megapixel quad camera, and they call it a powerhouse. Well, they would. 5000 mAh battery, Snapdragon 665 processor, and remember, again I'm telling you, quad camera. That means it's a total of 5 cameras, 4 at the back, 1 in the front. Now let's take a first impression look at this. So a typical packing that Realme has, nothing different, comes with a typical silicone plasticky cover, and then here comes the phone. So once again, the minute you take it out, you realize it's obviously a Realme phone because it's a good-looking phone. Realme doesn't make, I don't think they've ever faltered in terms of the looks of a phone. Fingerprint scanner at the back, 4 cameras like I told you, 5th camera in the front, and it is a water drop notch, so that also works really well because it doesn't feel like it's a notch. So the screen's okay, nothing oh my god about it, but remember it's a 10,000 rupee, less than 10,000 rupee phone. Let's take a look at our review.
Realme is covering all its bases before the new year. With the X2 Pro, they managed to set fire to the under 30k segment, and now with the Realme 5S, they're aiming for the top spot below 10k as well. So we got our hands on this red-hot phone that's fresh out of Realme's oven. Let's see if it manages to impress us. The 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant of the Realme 5S starts at 9,999 rupees, while the 128GB storage variant is priced at 10,999 rupees. The design is what Realme calls their diamond cut design. It has a holographic color effect, and the crystal red that we got looks pretty striking, but it did have its fair share of smudges. It also feels a bit heavy to hold in the hand, but that might be because of the battery, which we will get to in a bit. The front has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 Plus protection. Realme could have done better here since some of the competition has brought Gorilla Glass 5 to this segment. The screen otherwise is dynamic. We enjoyed viewing content on the 6.5-inch screen. It is an HD Plus screen and it has a pixel density of 269 ppi, which is average. The phone runs on ColorOS 6.1 based on Android 9, and it comes with features like screen battery optimization, which is pretty useful. The 5S is powered by the mid-range Snapdragon 665 processor, and we had no problem running light games on this phone. One place the phone does very well is the battery. It has a massive 5000 mAh battery which lasted a breezy 2 days, but Realme has coupled this with an average 10-watt charger. There's a quad camera setup on this phone which is led by a 48 megapixel lens. The images in this mode are clear, but they do look a bit touched. There is an 8-megapixel wide-angle lens which can capture up to 119 degrees, and there is a 2-megapixel depth lens and another 2-megapixel ultra-macro lens. The camera gives a lot of versatility, and the nightscape shots were adequately bright as well. There's a 13-megapixel front shooter which does the job. The selfies are crisp in good lighting and in portrait mode. The Cell Guru verdict? So, does the S in the 5S stand for style? Well, it does have the oomph factor in terms of its design, but there is no doubt that this is a budget variant of the Realme 5 series. Realme seems to have stripped off a little more than it should have in this phone. The battery and camera are good though, and this is a reliable choice under 10K, but when you compare it to competition, it leaves us wanting more.
Now it's time to celebrate with Vivo. Like I said right in the beginning, it doesn't seem like it's been 5 years that Vivo's been in India, because they really are dominating the market. There are three things we're going to find out in this celebration. One, how does a company that comes into India take on the Indian market and actually start to dominate it? Number two, what is their future plans? What can we expect from them? And number three, Aamir Khan. So as promised, a very special segment on a very special company. Vivo completes 5 years in India. Joining me is Nipun. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on an incredible journey. But I have to say, it doesn't seem like it's 5 years. It seems like you've been in India almost forever. It is a tough market, India. So how has it been? Was it easy to achieve what you achieved in 5 years? Take us through the journey.
2014 is when Vivo launched in India. And from there, an absolutely unknown brand. People didn't even know it's a mobile phone or a paint company. So building awareness about the brand, ensuring that people get to know, building distribution. So I think it's been a fabulous journey for us. India is a very tough market. So many brands keep getting launched. Mobile phone industry is especially very tough. But overall, I think, and the consumers also are very demanding in terms of what they expect from the phone. So it's been an extremely satisfying, rewarding, and enriching journey for Vivo particularly.
But it's not just you and me that have some thoughts and opinions on Vivo. Lots of my personal friends, people who actually are journalists, technology bloggers and others, also had this to say about Vivo.
We see from the current market share that Vivo's growth has been very, very good. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is the fact that the company has been launching great phones, very compelling smartphones, which rank very, very high on some key parameters like design, innovation, and cameras, and present great value for money. So I think that's really the reason behind Vivo's success in the country.
Vivo's market share and success in our country, it has to be attributed to the aforementioned fact that Vivo has been at the forefront of smartphone innovation, be it pop-out selfie cameras or in-display fingerprint scanners. The company has been the first to implement these kind of technologies on a smartphone, including democratizing that kind of tech for the mid-range segment or the budget segment.
Okay, so good. I think I agree with a lot of what they said out there. But, we spoke about the pitfalls and the greatest barriers. Now, let's try and analyze your success, because like I said, it's extraordinary success.
So see, when we set up in India, we had clearly defined a few pillars for ourselves. As I said, offline was an important focus for us. So distribution became our first and foremost pillar.
Right.
We have to be available at the right place, at the right time, in the right quantity. Right. So that was distribution. Then, of course, was our brand building. Right. While and we understand, to reach out to Indian consumers, there are some passion points. Cricket being one of them,
right.
Bollywood being another. So therefore, whether it was the IPL sponsorship or even PKL or signing up brand ambassadors, we wanted to
right.
do well there. The third important part, and we discussed that, is after-sales service. Right. There again, ensuring company-owned, company-operated service centers are there, which ensure that customer gets very good service level quality. Right. That was another
right.
thing. And lastly, of course, is manufacturing. Vivo has been committed to making in India. Therefore, whatever phones we sell in India are all made in India. And therefore, whether it's our initial manufacturing SMT line or even the expansion which we've done. So Vivo has committed to invest around 7,500 crores in India to expand the manufacturing facility in the next 10
That's a very
years.
important distinction, because a lot of people say make in India, but that usually is just a symbol in India or just put it together in India. But you actually have a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. Yeah. And Rubina actually went down to take a tour, and this is what she found.
inside the Vivo's manufacturing facility in Noida, and we have first landed here at the mounting line where the motherboard of a phone is made, and right now what they're working on is the small motherboard. You will see a stencil that is printing out the motherboard. We are here at the assembly line now of the Vivo manufacturing facility, and this is where the birth of a Vivo smartphone takes place. So as you can see right now, they have a screen nicely covered up with plastic, and the screen is being pushed through. This is where, as you can see, the camera lens is being added to the phone. And this is where the battery is added, plus the cushioning along with the battery is done. And there's a test happening if the battery is okay and everything is okay. All the phones that are ready are put into the charging station for their battery test. Vivo has a lot of machinery here to test the phone once it's ready, and as you can see there are a number of tests for Wi-Fi, for USB, for battery, for camera, for the color of the screen. Everything here in these big boxes is being tested, and as you can see the line keeps running, so once the phone is ready it keeps going forward. So now we are literally at the end of the line, which is the packaging line, and here the completely tested phones are being put into the box along with the charger, the manual, and everything that you get in a Vivo box. So as we can see, it's a Vivo Y91 box that is being packaged here. The box is almost ready. All they have to do is check the RFID and they wrap it up and they put it here in the carton. So this is the final phone that has been assembled here at the Vivo factory in Noida.
You haven't spoken about your brand ambassador till now, so tell me about the Aamir Khan Association.
Yeah. So, there's an interesting anecdote here. When I first went out there and met Aamir and said, we'd like to sign you on Vivo, and I took him through the whole journey of Vivo, he asked me just one question. He said, if I go to the service center, how will I be treated?
Oh, so even he thought that service centers are the core, really.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty, insightful question to actually ask.
So therefore, that's the Aamir Khan Association, and of course, he's known for perfection. He's known for, first checking the product himself, then, endorsing it. Until date, he's only using a Vivo phone.
Aamir Khan joins us on the show. So, Aamir, we just heard an incredible anecdote about how you signed up, but now comes the question that after you heard the answer, what ran through your mind? Because, from what we hear, you're a person that takes very, very, very thoughtful overall decisions in life. So when you said, I'm going to go with Vivo, why did you go with Vivo? And how's your experience been being a Vivo brand ambassador?
Hi Rajiv, let me first start by congratulating Jerome, Leon, Nipun and the entire team of Vivo for completing 5 years in India. So many congratulations to all of you. I have been part of this journey for the last 2 years and it's been a wonderful experience. To answer your question, well, Vivo is a great brand. It's a great product. The phone is a wonderful phone, and so I had no hesitation actually in taking on this assignment of endorsement. The last 2 years, as I said, I've been endorsing the phone and I've been using it for these 2 years, and it's really a wonderful phone. And one of the perks I have of being the brand ambassador is that I get to use the phone, the latest phone that comes out, even before it's launched in the market in India. The company is kind enough to send it to me, so I get to use the latest phone even before it reaches the market. I've really enjoyed using the phone. It's a wonderful phone.
Thank you, Aamir, for joining us. Thank you so much, and congratulations, and also for you, Vivo 5 years in India. So here comes now the more interesting part, right? I know a lot of it you already know, but I want you to take out your crystal ball and gaze into the future and tell me, for all the customers, what can they expect from Vivo the next 5 years?
Whatever right we've done, the journey is not yet complete. We are on that journey, but we've not reached the destination.
Right.
So I think the destination is still some time away, because our goal is to become a successful, long-lasting, healthy enterprise in India.
Congratulations again, and I look forward to doing this exact same thing with you when we're celebrating your 10 years.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
So Nipun, I think as part of your celebration, you have a very interesting logo contest that is going on. So if you want to actually win 5 lakh rupees, here are the details. A Vivo Make in India logo contest.
As part of Vivo's 5-year celebration in India, Vivo is inviting consumers and fans to design a new logo that showcases its focus and commitment towards manufacturing its products in India, and hence it should be supported by elements which support the Indian context. The selected artwork will get printed on future Vivo product boxes. The selected artist will also receive a heavy amount of 5 lakh rupees. Submit your entries, designs on submissions@talenthouse.co.in. Last date of submission is 10th of December.
Let's take a quick break right now on the show. Lots more, including a brand new operating system. Oppo understands the smartphone consumer very well, because they've now come out with a brand new color operating system, the ColorOS 7. Lots of things in this that are great. The dark mode is fantastic. They've got lots of great new things, including the optics, the new things you can do with the camera, the video, lots of things. But it's the privacy and the security mode that I think is absolutely fantastic. You can now do things with this that were impossible before. It really keeps your privacy, really keeps things completely and totally with you.
More than 300 million users over 140 countries use the Color OS. And with the latest update called the Color OS 7, Oppo wants to enhance its consumer experience with their smartphones.
We want the users to feel no matter what they do, because we cannot control what users do, right? We cannot control that you play the game, don't reply to message, or you watch a video, don't reply to message, right? Or you go to Amazon or something like that. So we just, as an operating system, we don't build every app, but we just make sure that the app runs here very smooth.
An operating system is the soul of a smartphone. The user depends on it for everything, and hence it needs to be a custom fit. Oppo has brought the most significant update of the Color OS on Android 10, making it smarter, seamless, secure, and more customized for India. Color OS 7 brings a brand new visual experience on board with infinite design. The icons are simpler than before and can be customized with respect to shape and size. The wallpapers with localized themes have been added, like the Hawa Mahal live wallpaper. Oppo has also enhanced the audio experience with Color OS 7. They have partnered with Epic Sound to reimagine all interactions, including ringtones, notification sounds, and alarms. The interface has been made easier. The tasks that would take 4 to 5 steps to reach will now be in the form of a modal page. The 3-finger swipe for screenshot has been improved, where the screenshot can be directly shared by a swipe down on the preview and extended by a swipe up. While there is dark mode with Android, the new OS makes it adaptive to a lot of third-party apps, and they've also given the option of using the dark mode in tandem with eye protection mode. Oppo has further customized the Color OS 7 for Indians with Dock Vault, Riding Mode, and Smart Assistant. The Dock Vault is in partnership with the government's DigiLocker service for securing important documents like bank passbooks, Aadhaar cards.
With the documents that, people have this fear in their mind, that they will lose these documents. It's not a very daily user scenario, but the fear is very constant. And this is what we are trying to do with this feature, is that to take that fear away from the user's mind. So our philosophy of building any new localization feature, it's not like we can build in-house. Plus, we also look for partners like startups, or here you can see it's the government.
Oppo also added Music Party so that multiple Oppo smartphones can play one single song. Oppo has made improvements to its privacy features. Private Safe allows users to secure their personal photos, videos and documents in a secure vault. Personal information permissions allow users to protect their information from third-party apps. Talking about imaging, the new OS 7 comes with Ultra Night Mode, AI Beautification 2.0, Smart AI Noise Cancellation and Portrait and Video Bokeh. Oppo has also developed video editor Soloop, which lets users edit videos. Coming to gaming, Oppo's OSense Tech solution improves 19% of the average frame rate. The Game Assistant on board provides an autoplay feature and a customizable split screen. Oppo has started rolling out the ColorOS 7, starting with the Oppo Reno and the Oppo Reno 10X Zoom. It will come to almost all the models of the Oppo smartphones.
All right, and you know, we were on our journey of last phone standing, but you've seen the way we were chock-a-block on the show today. So we'll have to skip that, but we'll be back with it next week. And do remember, last phone standing is just around the corner. That special show, watch out for it. We'll make the announcement right here. See you next week.